2 stumps. Slide to the left. Slide to the right.
So dumb right now. Don't tell me you're sorry, 'cause you're not. But it's over now. And I miss you.
Ice legs, Daisy Dukes, makes a man go.
I hear your heartbeat to the beat of the drums.
Is this thing on? Hello. Hi everyone, my name's Ollie and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are doing 5 ingredient chocolate flapjacks. Now these are really easy, really quick to make, and I've been throwing them together every weekend for the last few weeks because we are on diets. I feel like out of all of the different things you can have for a treat, a flapjack isn't that bad because it's pretty much just porridge with like a few added bits. Today I'm very quickly going to throw together a batch of my chocolate flapjacks and I'm going to show you guys how I do it. Like I said, this is literally 5 ingredients. It's so easy, and fully like to bake them and make them and everything, it takes about half an hour, so it's a really quick, easy one to do. Okay, so to start off with, I'm just going to show you what you're going to need to make these. So as always, the recipe will be down below in the description box. So you will need a big bag of oats, you'll need some unsalted butter, you will need some golden syrup, you will need some dark chocolate. I'm using dark cooking chocolate, but you can use any dark chocolate. And then for this recipe, you are supposed to use light brown sugar, but I've actually run out of light brown sugar. So today I'm going to be using a mix of dark brown sugar and some golden caster sugar. So I think that gives like roughly the same sort of effect as light brown sugar. For this recipe today, you're also going to want to have a really big mixing bowl. You are going to need a set of scales as well. So obviously before you start doing anything, make sure you go and wash your hands.
Wash your hands, you dirty pig.
I am, as always, making a massive batch, so I'm actually doubling everything that is on this recipe. So if you do follow the recipe down below, you will be making half the amount that I'm making today. I'm gonna need 500 grams of porridge oats. The next thing you are gonna wanna do is grab your butter. So I've done my butter and I've done my oats. They're just chilling in there. So next we are gonna do sugar. So it wants 125 grams of sugar. Once again, doubling it, so that's gonna be 250 grams. Oh, girl. And the recipe actually only says 2 to 3 tablespoons of golden syrup, but I always put a little bit more than that in. I usually put about 4 if I'm doing a normal batch. This is a double, so I actually need 8. You basically just mash it all together. Usually I would use my hands for this, but I don't want to do that because obviously I have to keep touching the camera. We're gonna use a spoon today and you're literally just gonna mash it. So like, I'll pan down and show you, but let's just mash it up. Sorry, this work surface is kind of a mess. Like I've just got crap everywhere, but it's all fine. This is easier with your hands, not gonna lie. I really can't be bothered to do this. I'm just gonna get my boyfriend to come and do it for me. That's hot. It smells so good. Love that. Maybe we should start a family channel.
No, I'm going now.
Yeah, I just didn't really want to do that, so. Love you. Love you so much, thank you. So this is how it should look. You'll need to use your hands. If you don't have hands, then get your boyfriend to do it for you. Okay, so next we're gonna just put it in 2 of these dishes. I'm really sorry, this is just such a mess, but I'm just not dealing with it. So you wanna get some of this paper stuff. Like, just go for it, hun. Wow. Great British Bake Off vibes. Okay. Did anyone used to watch Big Cook, Little Cook? There was like a really tiny person. I can't remember what his name, I think his name was Small. And there was a big person called Ben. It was like big cook, little cook. Welcome to our cafe.
Big cook, little cook. Welcome to our cafe. Big cook, little cook. Welcome for everyone.
Ooh, love and inclusive queen. This was made for 2020. I'm like just putting the flapjacks in these baking dishes and then like smoothing it out. So you want to make sure it's really flat like my stomach, otherwise it's not going to cook evenly. If you're struggling to get them smooth, you can just use like one of these things and just like press it in. Wow. It's really important to trim off any excess paper because it could catch on fire in your oven, and I've had that happen to me before, so sharing to save a life, you know. Cool. Wow. Oh, wow, they look beautiful. I'm such a proud parent. Oh my god. So next up, we're gonna add the chocolate. Okay, so you're gonna wanna grab a chopping board. Basically, I just like to do it into like the cubes, single cubes, okay? So literally just cut it up into cubes. If you're young or clumsy, then maybe get someone else to do this. Ooh. Okay, so you need to cut the chocolate into little squares like this. I literally just like to take the chocolate and just pop it in to the flapjack like so. Betty Crocker is shook. Okay, so you basically want it to look something like this. Okay, so now that those are done, we are going to put them in the oven for 15 minutes at 180 degrees. I like my flapjacks quite soft and like gooey, so don't overcook them if you like them soft and gooey, but if you like them hard and like a brick, then you do you, hun. And then whilst those are cooking, I'm just gonna show you like a little bonus thing that I sometimes like to do if I have some leftover chocolate. So this is a really, really quick, easy kind of like microwave brownie batter recipe. This isn't a recipe that I follow. This is just something that I made up. So I always like to do this in a little mug. So all you're gonna need for this is some leftover chocolate. You need dark chocolate for this really, because otherwise it's going to be too sweet. So I've got this much leftover dark chocolate, so probably about 6 or 8 cubes worth. So you're just going to pop all of that into your mug. Once you've popped all of your chocolate into the mug, you're going to put that mug in the microwave for about 30 to 40 seconds, or basically just until it's melted. But keep an eye on it every 10 seconds or so because it will melt really fast. Give it a stir if you need to, but don't leave the spoon in the microwave. So this has been in for 40 seconds. I'm just giving it a little stir because it's not quite done. Then what you're gonna do is grab about a tablespoon of butter and just add that in as well. And just give that like a little mix up together and pop it back in the microwave. Okay, so I actually only needed to give it about 10 seconds and it was done. So it should look like this, like a really thick kind of chocolatey, like ganache kind of consistency. It should be really shiny. And then you are going to grab a little bit of sugar. You can use literally any sugar for this, and I just like to kind of add it until I'm happy with the consistency. So just a little sprinkle like that and stir it in. And what this sugar is going to do is kind of give you this false sense of like it being a bit more battery, so having like that kind of gritty like thickness that a brownie batter would have. You don't want to go too crazy on the sugar because you can make it too sweet, and once again that is why you really want to use like a dark, really dark chocolate. So as you can see, I've added the sugar, and that has kind of given it this like more like battery texture because it's kind of thicker and it has that bit of grainy texture. Honestly, even if you don't make the flapjacks, you have to try and make this. It's so good. Okay, so I'm just waiting now for these flapjacks to cook, and then I will show you them at the end.
No more gas in the red, can't even get started. I wanna get a feel bad.
Okay, so these are our finished flapjacks. So I'm now gonna leave these on the side for about 20 minutes, half an hour to cool down a little bit. And then they will go in the fridge for a couple of hours just to firm up, and then they will be good to go. Okay, so that is everything for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed creating it for you. If you did enjoy watching today's video, please don't forget to leave me a massive like and subscribe down below. If you have any questions or comments for me regarding today's video, please feel free to leave them all down below in the comment section. Also, don't forget to check out my Instagram account. I'll pop all the details on screen right now, and they will also be down below in the description box. And without further ado, I look forward to seeing you all in my next video.